How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the LEGO Batman Arkham Asylum that just dropped. This is set 76300, comes with 2,953 pieces, and this thing came out for $300. On the top of the box you can see all the minifigures that come with it. There's a few heroes up here and then a ton of villains on the bottom. Now let's flip it around and look at the back. You can see that the walls pop out so you can see the villains in their cells. Then the floors also open up like modular buildings, so we'll take a look at each one individually. And then the building is 12.5 inches tall by 9.5 inches wide. You can see there's tons of cool details, Easter eggs, and features on the inside, so let's get this thing put together and show it off. Here it is fully complete, and you can see all those minifigures posed all over it, but as you can see it's an inverted corner modular building, so there's a courtyard sort of at the front and then the building wraps around, and it also comes with this Arkham Asylum prison transport vehicle. This thing is a pretty cool inclusion. The only thing I don't like about it though is the stickers don't really match the white color of the pieces. Inside the van there's this little piece that allows you to strap a character down to it, so you can see right now the villains have this security guard in there. The roof tiles also easily pop off, so we can see our poor security guard trapped in the back, and then in the front where the driver's seat is, you can see there's a couple little tranquilizer darts as well. But moving on to the building itself, this thing is super clean. You can see it's got the brown, gray, and black color scheme for the most part, and then it's got this little courtyard at the front, and I really like how these gates can close, and it's got the arch over the top that says Arkham Asylum. You can see that gate can be fully closed, or you can open it up to stage a prisoner breakout. There's honestly so many different details packed into this thing, so I'll try to get into as many as I can, but I think first thing we'll do is get into the minifigures. Alright, here's all the Batman minifigures lined up outside the Arkham Asylum, plus Robin right up on the sign. So from left to right, we've got Batwing there, then we've got Batman, Batwoman, Catwoman, we've got the security guard that's not trapped in the van, then we've got Joker, Poison Ivy, couple little penguins, we've got Harley Quinn, Scarecrow, Mr. Freeze, Killer Croc, Bane, Penguin back there, and then the Riddler. And then there's also this one in the statue there as well. This Poison Ivy right up front might be one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites is this Riddler over here. I love that little gold crowbar and his hat. I think a lot of them aren't as good as they could have been since they're in the little jumpsuits, but I think it is fitting since they are locked up inside the asylum. The capes on these figures were super cool. Like on the Batman one, you can see he's got the one flowing in the wind, and then with Robin it's a similar style, but then the underside is yellow and the back of it is black. And then for Batwoman as well, she's got the red on the underside and then the black on the back. I think overall we got a pretty diverse collection of Batman figures that I'm happy with. And now finally, let's get into the Arkham Asylum itself. And now that those figures are out of the way, we can spin this around and do a full 360 and really see all the details on this thing. Like you can see there's multiple spots in the back where the wall has been broken. There's a bunch of sticker details referencing different villains. There's even some cool features like this that opens the cell doors that we'll get into in a second. Somewhere Mr. Freeze has been. And lots of other details like right outside Poison Ivy's cell. You can see all of this greenery growing out here, these vines coming through the windows. So let's get right into it. Let's start by taking this top floor off and getting right in there. So you can see there's actually nothing on the inside of this roof structure besides a bunch of Easter eggs. Like we've got the Harley one right here, a Penguin one, the Riddler one as you saw, as well as this little like water holder thing on the top, another Riddler one, and then all these clear pieces are ways you can display the figures like flying over the roof, so that's really cool. We even got this little chimney piece right here, and I like the architecture of the set. I think this black point on the top was a very nice choice. So here's a look at the second floor from above. On the left side, we've got 3 cells over here. We've got the one for Poison Ivy and 2 others. We've got the ladder over on this side. And then through this window, you can kind of see there's a desk there with some accessories. I'll get to that in a second. But then we've also got this office room over here, as well as a nice little hallway. And then there's like a water cooler with some paper cups on the side, but it looks like Scarecrow put some toxins in there. And this prison watchtower part can actually be popped off as well. Well, it did come apart. It's not supposed to be like that. That's very annoying, but you can see there's a detail with a spilled coffee mug, and then there's a little control panel for Batman, and then you can sort of access in there a little bit better. Here's another angle of that office. You can see the doctorate for Hugo Strange there. Then there's a couch on that side. Over there, there's a coffee mug, a chair, a little DVD player looking thing, and some files on the table. I will say maybe one of my complaints with this part is just kind of how narrow it is. It's kind of hard to get in there with the camera or even with your fingers. Like if I wanted to position a figure in there, it's really tight. And that almost makes me wish I had filmed some of this before the full roof had been put on so you could see some of these pieces better. Like down there you can see there's the red coffee mug, then there's like the pencil eraser piece, and also a really cool owl piece as well. At least over behind the cells you can pop out these back walls to get in there a little more easily, so that's nice that they added this for accessibility. You can see each cell has a nice little bed, and then the Poison Ivy one has a bunch of other details in there. And then that one wall does have the Vote for Harvey Dent sticker as well with the Joker graffiti. And now that the back is open, you can really see how the feature works to open all the doors. So you just pull on this electricity box and you can see it opens all 3 doors on this floor at the same time. So that is super fun to do. And here's sort of what it looks like from the side angle. And then there's this crack in the wall so the villains can come break out here and then slide down this pull down to get out. It's the exact same thing with this dumpster for the first floor. You just pull on that and it opens up all the doors as well. And you can see that there's sort of a very narrow area right in front of the cells, and then there's that ladder that goes all the way down to the first floor. And before we go on to the first floor, I just wanted to show a couple of these exterior details. Like I really like all the vines coming out of the Poison Ivy cell. I also like all these like security lights that would be going off when they're breaking out. And this statue on the front is super cool as well. You can see there's that face on there in the front, but there's also a normal one that you could swap around if you want it to be regular. And there we've got the normal non-vandalized statue. Another detail or technique I really liked from this set are these bars that they have over the windows, and they also use on the fences. They use these little 1x3 pieces that are round with some bars through them, but they work perfectly for the gate on the front. And then another design choice I really like is this black sausage that they use here. It sort of represents like a bent bar when they're breaking out, and I think that was just perfect. But without further ado, let's go on to the first floor. All right, here's the first floor. On the left side, it's mostly the same. We just have 3 more prison cells down there. There is a bit more space out in the front with some signs over there, another security light, a ladder. Then over on this side, we've got some tiled floors and then a maximum security vault, a pretty cool door that swings open. And then there's a lot of sticker detailing in here, like you can see the poster board up there. And then on the computer, I think it's really funny. There's a little sticker that says open all cell doors, and there's the little check or X. And so that perfectly describes why all the doors can open at the same time. Down there, we've also got a file with a little coffee stain on it. There's also a little radium tile. I believe that's glow in the dark as well. That was super cool. And then swiveling it over this way, we've got some security cameras and a little desk. And then this right here is where the minifigures would get their mug shots taken. You can see there's a really cool newspaper down there that shows the Batman Returns. And then on the computer screen, we can also see a Clayface Easter egg, like he just got his mugshot taken. And there's a little Clayface piece on the ground there too. I just really wish we got this minifigure in this set. And I'm hoping that since they included this Easter egg, that means that he's coming soon in a Batman set. But you can also see the tiling starts to break right before the wall is broken. I think that was a pretty cool detail to include. And then that door next to the security cameras actually leads out to this little back corner dumpster that opens all the cells. And then there's also this little ice piece that Mr. Freeze has frozen. And there's also this box out here with the sticker on the side. On the very back, there's also this Visit Metropolis sticker, and I know a lot of people have been theorizing that maybe the next DC modular will be a Superman one, so that would be very neat if we got something like that. And here's a look inside those cells on the bottom. There's only a bed in the middle one on this floor. Over here, it looks like we've got a folded up jumpsuit. And then in this one, it looks like someone's actually used a spoon to dig out under the cell to escape. There's also the rules sign that says no coins, umbrellas, playing cards, or coolers beyond this point. But you can see that's been vandalized too. So yeah, this was a really fun build. I'm excited that we finally got a DC modular building, and I'm really happy that I was able to add this to the collection. At first, I think I was a bit on the fence about this being $300, but after having built it and seeing all the details and all the minifigures, I think this thing was worth it, and it'll be the perfect addition to our LEGO city. I'm honestly not 100% sure where it's going to go in the city yet, but one idea I do have is replacing this Tudor corner here. I'm thinking maybe I'll put the Tudor corner in this corner, and then I'll put this boutique hotel over there by the Sanctorum because it matches the color scheme. But then I think having this up at the front allows me to do another thing, because I've been thinking about doing this project where under the city right up front here is a subway. So I think it would be awesome if the asylum was right here and then we had a subway and then I could have a little area under the asylum, like where this black paper is right now, where there's a little prison breakout into the subway. I think that would be a very cool idea. So let me know what you think of this awesome set down in the comments. Are you going to be picking this one up? Do you have a favorite minifigure from this set? Other than that, make sure to like, subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.